late hour. It is almost 10:30 p.m. on, I believe, Wednesday night, and I am here in my beautiful neon hometown, Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm actually going live late tonight for a little bit of a test. I'm kind of excited about trying some new things with the channel, and I'm looking forward to kind of getting your feedback. I'm doing some vertical live streams, I'm doing some horizontal live streams. Some are pre-planned, some are a little bit more impromptu, like today. So join me now as I just kind of walk through what the hell I'm even doing in this beautiful neon hometown of mine. And I don't know, ask me questions. Let me be your guide as you determine what the heck might be right for you when it comes to moving to Las Vegas if you're considering doing that. So if you're tuning in live, do me a huge favor and comment in the comment box below. Let me know you're here. Let me know where you're watching from. It's my absolute pleasure to be going live tonight, right now. If I'm echoey, let me know. I'm going to move closer if I need to, just to make sure you can hear me. Hey, Preston. Hey, Raida. Good to see you. Adventures of Mason. Hey, hey, hey. I am so, like, first of all, you're up. I love this. He says, hey, LOL, why am I up right now? Because Laci is live. That's right. How did you know I was going live? Were you spying on me? Maybe a little bit. Hey, Trevor, good to see you. So yeah, so I don't ever go live this late at night, and I decided that I'm going to change some things up this month. If you don't know already, I'm going live Monday through Friday, every Monday through Friday in the month of August. And I have a partner slash collaborator friend of mine who is kind of doing this with me on his channel. And what's amazing and also not great is that, like, I have an accountability partner now. So I have to, like, if I don't go live, it's like, hey, did you go live today? I thought you were supposed to go live. So here I am going live. This was planned though. The late night live was absolutely a part of my plan. But it wasn't planned in front of you. So anyway, all that to be said, super happy that you're here. And yeah, if you're up late, let's talk. Ask me questions. I'm here for you as always. If you don't know who I am and you're just now tuning in, my name is Laci. I am known as Las Vegas Gal, which sounds super pretentious to say I am known as Las Vegas Gal, but my name is Laci, and my entire mission in my life has always been, since I was 9 years old, to help everyone and their mama learn the greatness about Las Vegas and also learn what it's like to have the best life possible in my city. It really does mean a lot to me if you are considering moving here, that you consult with me about it and that you let me be a voice in the room, whether you buy a house or you don't, whether you are, even sure if this is the right place for you. I just would love nothing more than to be a voice in that room. It's important for me because I am very, very passionate about making sure that you actually like it here. And if you don't like it here, then let me point you in the direction that might be the right one for you. But so that's that. So yesterday or the day before, I think it was yesterday, the days are bleeding together. I think it was yesterday. I went live walking on Water Street in Henderson, which is amazing. We'll do more of that as we move through the month. Day before that, I was talking about new builds. If you're thinking about moving to Vegas and you're thinking about a new build, obviously I have some great advice for you. At the end of the day though, like, here I am. I'm just here. It's 10:23 p.m. I'm alone. I do have a glass of wine. So cheers to anybody else who might be drinking a little vino, and you can tell I already went for it because you can see the lipstick line on the glass. Cheers if you guys are having a cocktail with me. It is a Wednesday night, and I figure if I'm going to go live at 10:23 p.m., I better be allowed to have a glass of wine while doing it. So at the end of the day, thank you. Miller Time says, oh, you're more than a voice. Yeah, I'm more than a voice. Where was I just a voice? Was I just a voice at any time in our lives? I think I've mostly been video for a lot of this, but yeah, thank you so much. So help me out here. Don't make me talk to myself. Give me some questions. Ask me about living in Vegas. Ask me about what kind of wine am I drinking. Ask me, what it costs to move here. I don't know. Ask me anything. I mean, my hair is overdue for being done, so don't ask me who does my hair, but otherwise, let's talk. I'm probably gonna be on for about 30 minutes, maybe longer if our question and answer kind of goes that direction, but I'm just happy to be doing this. I'm testing some stuff out with the Las Vegas Gal channel, and I'm happy that you're here with me. I feel like I'm crunched up in a bodysuit. Anybody, women watching this, bodysuits, man, the bane of my existence, but they look so cute. So here I am, like, pulling a bodysuit out of my rear end, trying to be cute and look good on camera. I don't care. At the end of the day, I'm here for you. So tell me, drop me some questions, give me some something. Gallagher, hey. Thanks for tuning in. So I will be honest. I was supposed to go downtown or maybe to Ellis Island or somewhere in town to do a live stream kind of walking around. And I decided against doing that. I had a dinner with a friend of mine who just moved here about a year ago from South Africa. Had a blast at dinner. Dinner ran a little bit late. And I was like, I'm just going to go home and do this from home. But I will be doing some walking around live streams kind of all over Vegas. So if you have requests for where I should go or what you want to see from my perspective, drop it like it's hot in the comment box below. And then selfish plug, I'm going to tell you, if you do, have an inkling of about moving to Vegas, or if you're thinking about it, like, do me a favor, in the description, there's a link, book a call with me. Let's talk. I don't care if you're moving now or 10 years from now. It's really important to me that I get to be like a part of the conversation. So let's talk. Let's see. Brave Bull, Laci looking good tonight. Okay, thank you. This bodysuit is a little body yaddy yaddy, so forgive the body yaddy yaddy. But I mean, listen, if you got it flaunted and if you can't cover it up, what am I supposed to do, right? This is where I'm at. How is your son and daughter doing? Scott says, how are your son and daughter doing? Thank you, Scott, for asking. My son and daughter are doing amazingly. They're too independent, in my opinion. Like, listen, if you don't know, I have a 25-year-old daughter. I know, right? Can you believe it? It's not possible. It's possible. 25-year-old daughter who lives in Manhattan. And I have my son, Phoenix, who lives not in Phoenix. He lives here in Las Vegas, but he did go away to college for a little while that was close to Phoenix. Anyway, both my kids are doing great. I miss them terribly, 20 and 25, and no more kids in the future for me. And I don't like that they're so independent. It kind of breaks my heart a little bit. But they were both born in Vegas, and they did grow up in Vegas, and they're both incredible human beings. And not just because they're my kids, they're actually incredible human beings. So Savannah and Phoenix, I love you if you're watching. Thanks for asking, Scott. I really appreciate it. Trevor says, beautiful blue eyes. Thank you, sir. All right, bodysuits are so cute, but they rise up my butt. Thank you, Gallagher. I don't know if that's like you just empathizing with me or if that's for real, but I'm chafing right now. Like, if I move too much to the front or back, I'm going to have a scar. Anyway, that's where I'm at. Hello from Pittsburgh. How are you? What kind of wine are you drinking? Pollux World of Entertainment. Pollux, let me just pause for a minute. Pollux has been following my channel, Instagram and YouTube, maybe for 9 years, 8 years, possibly. Pollux, confirm for me how many years it's been, but I think a minimum 7 years. You tell me. Oh, I've got like veins popping. You can tell I'm drinking wine when veins are popping on my arm. I'm drinking Prisoner red wine. Prisoner is one of my favorite wines. I love red wine. I love wine, period, but I love red wine. Anyway, Prisoner wine is what I'm drinking. Thank you so much. Gallagher, I feel you, girl. Yeah, if I cinch too forward or too back, I might have to go to the ER. I might like slice in half. This is a body yaddy yaddy suit. Anyway, enough about how I look. Ask me questions, guys. Don't make me talk to myself tonight. I wish I was walking you around. It would be a little bit more exciting to look around at like wherever I might be in Las Vegas. So can you do me a huge favor? I am going live every Monday through Friday for the next month. Like literally Monday through Friday, Monday through Friday, Monday through Friday. What have I signed up for? I don't even know. If there's a place in Vegas you want to see, nighttime, daytime, let me know. I will add it to the list if I can make it work. Thing you need to know is walking through casinos, there's 5,000 other streamers that'll do that. I'm not that. Give me something good. Give me something different. I will happily take you. And as long as there's a signal, I'll make it happen. So let me know. Let's see what we got here. Oh my God, I've got all these questions. Celeste, one of my sweet, amazing friends. I need to talk to your mom and dad. I need to talk to you. Mom and dad said when they sell their house, they might be able to help with the down payment to get a condo here. I'm afraid I won't be able to afford anything I want. Celeste is one of my best friends. She's here to support me tonight. Thank you, Celeste. Celeste, you can afford a condo right now with the salary that I know you make. First of all, why are we so ashamed of salaries? Like, why do we not talk about what we make to our friends? Is it like a competition thing? I know what similar, I think I know. I think pretty close. Yeah, I'm pretty close to knowing what I think you make, Celeste, because you told me. You could buy a home on your own, maybe more than a condo. And if your parents are willing to help with the down payment, girl, let's talk. Yes, let's talk. Thank you for trusting me to do that with you. I don't know if you guys know this, but there are a lot of free money programs, like down payment assistance programs, and a lot of the builders right now are giving away the farm to just get rid of some of the houses that they're building. I don't want to say that and make you think, oh, Las Vegas is crashing and no, blah, blah, blah. No, that's not happening. And I just go blah, 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 because it just makes me want to shake it off and move forward. That's not happening. However, the builders have a whole different motive when it comes to like selling homes than like sellers do. So if you are thinking about buying a home, please, for the love of Christ, don't go talk to a builder first. Click the link in my description. Let's talk. Let me help you understand the lay of the land and what you're walking into. But Celeste, for you specifically, girl, free money programs, first time home buyer, you make good money, girl. Why have we not talked about this before? You know why, Celeste? Because I always figured you weren't staying in Vegas. I don't know why, but I always felt like you had a heart that was a wanderlust filled spirit that was never going to stay here. But girl, investment wise, let's talk. This is so fun. Thanks for tuning in, and thank you for the long question. Scott says, I've been watching your channels probably for more than 5 years. I remember videos from way back then. Okay, Scott. All right. Have we spoken, Scott? I've got a few Scotts in my world. I'm thinking you might be one, but I don't know if you're the one I'm thinking of. But thanks for tuning in again and continuing to stay tuned. My life has changed drastically in the last 5 years, all for the better, all for the best. And I'm glad you guys are still here. If you're still here, and if you're here now as a new joiner, a new community member, welcome. Trevor, what are some of your top vacation destinations you would like to go from Vegas when you need a vacation? Trevor, did you know that I have wanderlust? Did you know that I travel? When you don't see me live or like doing videos, I'm usually traveling. Let me tell you, my daughter now lives in New York City, so I'm in New York City as often as possible. I will be there in October. My friends and I go to Mexico once a year, and I try to go at least twice a year if possible because it's cheap and it's easy and it's a quick flight. I love Europe. I went to Spain with my son a couple of years ago. I did a solo Europe trip in end of 2023. I've been to Ireland 2 times. And last year I was invited to be in a wedding in the Philippines. And then from that trip, I went to Bali. Oh my God, Bali, and then Bangkok. And I will definitely be doing more Asia. My son currently, my beautiful 6'3" blonde hair, blue-eyed beauty, who I miss so much, has been in Asia for almost 4 weeks, and he comes home in about a week and a half, and I'm dead. I'm dying for him to come home. I miss him so, so much. He's there on vacation with a bunch of friends. He did Vietnam, Singapore, Japan, and now he's back in Vietnam, and mommy needs him to be home. But yes, so out of all the places I would love to visit, yeah, I want to go to, I don't know if you guys are EDM fans or ravers or whatever. I'm new to that scene. Thank you, Celeste, and a few of my other friends. But I definitely want to do Tomorrowland in Belgium. I've got friends that live in Belgium as well. I love Amsterdam. Italy, I went to Italy by myself. I went to Greece and Italy 2 years ago. I need to go back to Italy. Italy was special. And I don't know, where there's a beach, my name is being called all day. Because I know I may be pale, but I do tan very well. But beyond that, honestly, travel, period, travel. It doesn't matter where. I love Nashville. I love New Orleans. I'm going to be in New Orleans in a month. I travel. So thanks for asking. That's a really good question. I would say at the end of the day, like top vacation destinations would probably be more Europe, like Italy and more Greece. Tomorrowland all day, every day, Hawaii, and then more Mexico. Honestly, it's like beach, food, and wine, and cool accents and nice people. When you're single, not ready to mingle, it makes it really easy to travel because you can just go and do, and you don't have to worry about asking for permission or meeting people that you then have to ask for permission. So it makes it really easy. So I hope that makes sense. Anyway, my friends who know will know. Gallagher, are you excited for the new boulevard on the Strip? Gallagher, to be honest with you, I don't know. Can I just be real for like 5 seconds or more? I'm always real. Let's just continue to be real. The Strip evolution has always been bittersweet. So when the Cosmo opened, I was there opening night before the public got to go. It was so cool, so beautiful, so different. Aria opened, I got pissed, and I was so pissed I didn't go for like 2 years. Like I was so angry because it made the Strip look like Times Square, and it made me feel like it cheapened what I knew Las Vegas had to offer. I now genuinely hang out at the Aria because many of my friends work there, I don't know, 3 days a week. So, and in the last 5 years, probably 7 days a week on average. Like I'm there all the time. I also used to be the director of marketing. I was in my corporate world days before what I'm doing now, was director of marketing at Cirque du Soleil. So I spent a lot of time at the Aria at every casino on the strip, kind of managing and figuring out marketing and collabs for activating ticket sales for all the circ shows on the strip. So I've spent, and I used to run marketing for station casinos when I was off the strip. So I've worked in and out of the casino business for so long that like I fell in love and am still in love with the old Vegas vibe that Vegas has like always delivered. And the new changes on the strip are exciting because it brings new money to the city and it keeps things pumping, if you know what I mean. But it's never exciting to see something go away and then something new replace it. That's always just been a little bit of a bittersweet love-hate thing with this beautiful neon hometown of mine. I hope that makes sense. Hey, Celeste, she says, I love you. All right, Brave Bull, is it true that the internet says Las Vegas is dead? That could hurt jobs. Let me take a sip of my wine. While we're talking about this, let me ask you, how many of you watch the news and actually believe what you're reading without doing research? Like if there's a headline, that's in your head and that's what you think and that's what you believe to be true. That's a really difficult thing to actually like open your mind up to and admit. Could be happening and that could be like affecting the reality of what's going on around you in terms of like truth and not truth. What I mean by that is like the news, if you don't know, is largely driven by negativity because clicks mean money. Clicks mean more views, more eyeballs, which means more advertisement. So for me, when there are headlines anywhere about anything, I have a tendency to either put earmuffs on for a little while until they get loud enough for me to hear it through the earmuffs and then do research, or I immediately do research to figure out like, what are they talking about? So Vegas isn't dead, first and foremost, and Vegas is just gonna be fine, like, trust me. However, yes, we are down a little bit when it comes to tourism numbers. Yes, there's a lot of reasons for that. The biggest thing I wanna just remind everyone, please, and express to you, like, my plea is please do research before you just make the assumption, because it does, what harms people is people believing the BS headlines and not doing more research and realizing that like there's more to the story. When you come off of 3, 4, and 5 years in a row of F1, Super Bowl, Allegiant Stadium opening, WNBA champions, we've got the A's. When you the Sphere opening, like when you come off of boom, 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 crazy, amazing international news media coverage that draws that much more to our city, and the numbers are higher than they've ever been. Of course, there's going to be a dip. Of course, there's going to be a moment where we go, whoa, that was fun. But Vegas has been on a bit of a sugar high, not only in the housing market when it comes to rates and prices and things like that, but also when it comes to tourism and gaming numbers. We have been riding a wave as a city, but adjustments always need to be made to keep things relatable and accessible and approachable, right? And for reality to kick in. So Vegas, yes, has been slower, but not dead. And when you look at news media headlines, stop, rewind, think about what we're basing these low numbers on, and realize that when you are Super Bowl and F1 multiple years and Sphere opening and all these major announcements and all this development money pouring into the city, and then we have a couple of months or maybe a 6-month period of time where, okay, we haven't booked as much as we did in the past years, of course we're going to see a little bit of a dip. Now, all of that to be said, yes, there are resort fees that are leaning into helping us not have as many people show up as we would like. The casinos have gotten a little bit too big for their britches and bitten off a little more than they can chew when it comes to expectations related to people who are coming to visit Vegas. But the resort fees and the pricing of the city is a major component, but it's not the only component. Keep in mind, Vegas is still here. She's not going anywhere. She's not boring. She's not the new Atlantic City. She's not the new dead number. She's just taken a breath from Super Bowl, F1, Sphere opening, the A's, the Allegiant Stadium, the Raiders, like you guys. So let's just kind of keep that in perspective. But great question. I'm glad you're asking because Vegas is not dead. I was just on the strip, had a great night, bumped into a few people, got a shoulder knock from a couple. When you're getting shoulder knocks in a casino, it's busier than you think. And don't listen to the media, not right off the bat. Okay, let's see here. Are condos better investment in Vegas? Sage, thank you for your question. So condos are a great investment. Anything real estate wise, I'm always going to tell you is a great investment. It's about timing. If it's a great investment for you, let's confirm timing. Let's make sure that it makes sense for you. For it's all very individualized. If I had the opportunity to do condo, townhome, or single family home, number one always I would go with single family home. Higher resale value, higher appreciation, faster appreciation. If, on average, I can't, don't quote me. But in general, like over the 9 years I've been doing this, almost 9 years I've been doing this, single family home is always going to be the first thing people go to when they're coming to a new city and want to rent. And so, or as an investment. And if you're going to buy it to live in, again, appreciation, and over time, you're going to gain more for your investment. But it is upfront cost, right? It's a higher upfront investment. Condos would be on the last of that list, but only because of the high costs associated with the HOA fees, some of the amenities, and just price per square foot, and the fact that you do not own anything outside of the 4 walls or 5 or 10 walls, whatever it is, that make your condo happen. So for me, it would be single family home, townhome, condo, and then anything else down below. Hope that answered your question. Hey, Ray, good to see you. Hi. Scott, if I recall, your daughter was a dancer or is a dancer and your son was into fencing. Hey, Scott. Do I know you, Scott? This is I feel like we've spoken a little bit. Yes, my daughter is a dancer. She actually used to dance in a show on the Strip. You might have seen her face on some billboards. That's right. But she's now in Manhattan pursuing her best damn New York life. And if I could change it, good Lord knows I would do that because I miss her terribly. But she's doing her. She's doing 25 in New York City. Dieman says, let's give it a like. Let's give it a like. Come on, I'm showing up for you guys at 10:23. It's now 10:41. We're having a good time. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you're just tuning in, my name is Laci. I am known as Las Vegas Gal. I have been in Las Vegas since 1989. I don't want to tell you how many years old I was, but let's just say I was a young lass who moved to Las Vegas from Kansas City, Missouri. My family is quite unique. My mom and my dad were performers. They even though we were living in Kansas City, they would fly to and from Las Vegas to perform on the Strip and for the mob and for a lot of different special events that would happen throughout the year. So my family was quite weird. We had a disco ball in my living room. I had Elvis impersonators as uncles. I had drag queens as aunts, and that was normal for me. We had a musician sleeping on our couch every single night of the week, and that was normal. So when we moved to Las Vegas in 1989, it was finally, I wasn't just the kid in school whose parents were never home on the weekends, who had a disco ball in their living room, whose parents wore costumes for work. And I was not the weird kid anymore. And I think that's a big reason why Las Vegas is such a part of my identity and why this is my neon hometown and why I'm just so happy to help people realize and understand what's so special about this amazing, amazing city. So thank you for tuning in. Pollux, I'm not sure how long it's been. You're awesome. And then, and you're awesome now. Thank you. Sin City Syndicate, I love you too, babe. Vital Vegas said hi. Guys, Vital Vegas is tuning into my live stream tonight. Wait, sorry, what? Scott Robin, the Vital Vegas. If you guys are watching, I'm starstruck right now. Scott, hello. If you guys are tuning into this, first and foremost, Scott Robin is one of my lifelong friends. We've been friends for a long, long, long time, and I'm so honored that you're. What are you doing up, my friend? Wow. Okay. That you're tuning into me live. He said, can we see what the neon string wall art ended up looking like? Well, I don't want to move this. I definitely, I'll do this. So I haven't finished that side, but I've been playing with this wall art for Scott, don't be a punk, okay? Don't be a punk. Don't make me have to do monkey tricks over here for you to don't make me perform, okay? Yes, this is what the neon string art wall looks like. I've been playing with this for a while just as a fun thing. Actually, I might have... Let me see if I can make it do something. Let me see. It does some fun stuff. I don't know what. Oh, there's red. Now it's switching. Yeah, this is technology that nobody cares about, Scott. And you're making me feel like a punk for even doing this. I'm going to kick your ass. Anyway, Vital Vegas, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for gracing us and this live stream with your presence. It makes me feel super Honored. And if you don't know, I've known Scott since I always joke and say that I've known him since I was like 19, but I think it's like 27. I think I've known him since I was like 27. Family friends. He's known me since my babies were young. And he's one of my favorite humans on the planet. If you guys aren't following Vital Vegas, I'm not going to help him in any way. Please do that. I'm sure you're already following him, and I'm sure you're surprised to know that I know him. Yes, there we go. Let's see. Hi, Samuel, Michelle. Sup, beautiful Laci. Thank you. Raida Ross says, nah, I have to research everything, even with the news. Thank you for saying that. I'm glad you said that. It really upsets me when people take the news at face value, because even with an influencer, even like someone like me, like, don't take what I'm saying at face value. Go find, well, you're not going to find many people saying what I'm saying, but see if you can find them. Let's see here. She says, Pollux, I'm going to Atlantic City in September, and I'm going to be on a Caribbean cruise in December. Congratulations, Pollux. That's amazing. Brave Bull. Even Jacob's Life in Vegas says Vegas is dead. Jacob's Life in Vegas is a very good friend of mine, actually. I helped him kick off his channel like 11 years ago. He's done such wonderful things. I'm really proud of him. Vegas is dead, but again, it's in everybody else's opinion. I wouldn't call it dead. It's definitely slower than it has been. But again, please, please, please take into account, we're comparing to the highest ever gaming revenue years and volume of visitors and tourists coming into town years ever. If Vital Vegas is still on, please back me up when we say that, like, these have been the most record-breaking years ever in Las Vegas, at least that I'm aware of. And I don't pay attention to the tourist side of things much, but these have been very high volume years. So when you're here, you have to look at what you're comparing year over year to. Are we comparing it to a normalized year? Are we comparing it to a year that was like on a high? So when I worked in the casino business, if we had a record high month, we were looking year over year, or a record low month, we had to look at the previous year and say, well, what was going on in that month? Why would this feel low or high? What's the reality? So that's that. Trevor says, best restaurants I go to when I visit Las Vegas are the Peppermill and the Blueberry Hill. Trevor, I love both of those. My parents used to perform on the Strip, and they would go to the Peppermill after their shows, as most performers in Las Vegas used to do, and hang out with the mob and do their thing. So anytime I go to the Fireside Lounge with the, the fire pit and like the mirrors, first of all, I'm always like, have they changed the upholstery? Have they cleaned the upholstery in the last 45, 50 years? Number one. But number two, am I going to catch something? But really, more than anything, is I always just kind of sit there and wonder, like, where did mom and dad sit? Who was sitting with them? What kind of conversations were happening? Lord knows what else was going on in those rooms. But more than anything, it just makes me feel a lot closer to my family. If you don't know, we lost my father. It's been 3 months now, or April, May, June, July. So it's almost been 4 months now. We lost my father. He is the reason still to this day that Las Vegas means so much to me, because my dad really was the essence of Las Vegas. He was Las Vegas to me. And so he passed away in mid-April, and it's been a rough go for all of us trying to figure out what's what. And so anytime I can talk about them, and I can talk about what brought us here, and I can talk about the memories of Las Vegas and how deeply they really resonate with me, is an honor and a gift. So thank you for asking questions that bring that up. So Peppermill, my parents used to perform on the Strip, and then after the casino lounge would do their thing and their show was done, they would go to the Peppermill and hang out. And Blueberry Hill, so I grew up in Vegas. If you don't know now, after 19 times of me telling you on this stream, I grew up in Vegas, and Blueberry Hill in high school was the place we would ditch school to go and sit. Well, I never did this, but my friends would like smoke cigarettes and they would drink coffee. I never did either of those two things. Now I look back going, why didn't I just like partake and like not be such a square? But Blueberry Hill was one of the places that we would go. And what was cool was the servers, who were like 97 years old, Ethel and Susan, all knew we were ditching school, and they didn't care. They didn't care. We always tipped them well, and we did it right. So Blueberry Hill and Peppermill are really special to me. Raida Ross says, I would say the Strip is down, but Vegas is on some real innovative things. Thank you for saying that. That's a really good point. We've got a lot of money coming here for development. Bugo Haas says, who are you and why do you want to talk to the world? Who am I? Oh, good question. I'll give you a couple seconds on this. I am nobody different or special than anybody who's watching this right now. I'm just somebody who's brave enough to get online and be live and be vulnerable and authentic. I'm not here trying to be some YouTuber. I'm not here trying to be famous. I don't, none of that, that'll happen if it's supposed to happen, but none of that is a driving force for me. What really is the core to who I am and why I do what I do and where I spend my time and energy is related to helping people really learn how to maximize life here in Vegas. It's a very unique place, probably the strangest place you're ever going to live. But damn, so special and so sweet if you can just turn the key. So that's who I am and what I'm doing here. Samuel Michelle says, well, Vegas will be all right, but it's not Vegas's fault. It's other things' fault. I still want to move to Vegas. Good. That's right. That's right, you do. Raida Ra, Vegas surpasses Atlantic City by laps. I've never been to Atlantic City. You know what's crazy is I used to work in the gaming industry and I used to work for gaming manufacturers. And there was like 5 different times where I was supposed to go to Atlantic City to do some sort of a sales call or meeting or launch. And for whatever reason, every single time I was supposed to go, something happened. So I've still never been. All right, let's see what we got here. Trevor, what are some of your favorite casino games you like to play? Do you like to play bingo? Trevor, first of all, thanks for participating. I appreciate those of you who are dropping it like it's hot in the comment box below. Come here. My dog Baxter's coming up. Hi, buddy. Hi, Baxy. Hi. You need a haircut? Oh, he's like, why are we still awake? Hello. Hi, my love. So bingo, I do like bingo. Keep in mind, so I used to work for the casinos. This is where he's like upset that I'm giving you attention and not him. He sits here and like looks at me. Hello. Can I help you? Can you come up here? Come on. There's my boy. Oh, look at him. Hi, guys. My name is Baxter. You look like Rod Stewart. You genuinely look like you need a nap. Are you okay? You pissed? You okay? Give me a kiss. No, he's pissed. Okay. Anyway, bingo's fun, but you have to keep in mind I worked for the casino, and the casino gaming manufacturers. So for me, like, I know the math. I know how it works, my friends. Okay. And so because I know, I don't go often. So when my friends want to gamble, they come in town and they visit, they want to gamble, I'll go and hang, but I'm not often spending much of my own money. It sounds like a toilet flushing. Now, I have to be careful saying that out loud because that means the one thing our city relies upon, which is gaming revenue, might go down because Las Vegas gals said that it's a flush. No, y'all know what you're doing, okay? It's just not exciting and entertainment for me. My entertainment is more food focused, dancing, music, cocktails, wine, dancing, and also just cool special events. There's so much to do in Vegas beyond gaming, but I'll go play bingo. I do love me a bingo game, that's for sure. BM, oh, hello, Lacey. Barry from Boston. Hey, Barry, good to see you. Adventures of Mason. Have a beautiful night. I'm finally out in Henderson. Next step, getting that house. Mason, you better call me. I'm in Henderson right now, actually. I just moved back to Henderson in the last few months, and I raised my kids in Henderson, so I'm definitely a Henderson girly, but I've now lived in every area of town except for the Northwest, which my daughter took care of for me. She lived in Lone Mountain and loved it. But I decided to invest in a house in Henderson, and so I've been here for a few months, and I'm reacquainting myself after living downtown in a high-rise for a couple years. Ooh, I miss living down there. God, that was so much fun. The most fun I've ever had, living in a high-rise downtown. Ooh, you want to talk about trouble? You want to talk about trouble is stumbling downstairs, having friends, having cocktails, having Sunday fun day, and then stumbling back upstairs. That was far too accessible, but I had a good time and my friends enjoyed it too. But now I'm in Henderson. So Mason, please hit me up. Let's talk. Raida says, shout out to Vital Vegas. Bruins fans want Bruce Cassidy back. Don't know what that means, but okay. I guess maybe Bruce Cassidy is with Vegas now. I don't know. I'm so bad. Vital Vegas says, thank you. I'm a work in progress. Me? I'm a work in progress, or you? I love you, Vital Vegas. I'm so glad that you're here. Hello. Jag says, hi, Lacey. Thanks for all the content. What factors do you think are contributing to the unusually high housing inventory in Las Vegas right now? Oh my God. Thank you for asking this question. So there's a few things. So first of all, I actually just, my friend just recently did a live stream where he interviewed an agent who's been in the industry 47 years. I'm not even 47 years old. So this man's been doing real estate 47 years longer than I've been alive. And it was such an interesting conversation because he was talking about kind of the trends in inventory and all those things. So if you don't know, when you're looking to buy a house, the number of homes available is a huge factor in your negotiability and just like whether it's a buyer's market or a seller's market or more even. And he brought up some really cute and sorry, not cute. That's bad. Really interesting, I was going to say another word, but anyway, really interesting points about the inventory related to actually the inventory numbers are much lower than the news media is stating. If you take into account homes that have just been sitting, that have done nothing, that are clearly well overpriced, and they're just testing the market, which is a big component when it comes to selling your home. A lot of sellers aren't really serious sellers. They're just testing the market to see how much they could get if they wanted to get it. So all that to be said, largely the uptick, and I'm using this very loosely because we still are not in a swing market to where it's like out imbalanced. It's actually just starting to kind of do this. The houses that are great are going quickly. The houses that are a little bit more worn in or a little bit more work needed or a little bit overpriced are still going within, I think it was like 37 days or something of that nature. So when we did all the numbers earlier today, it was really interesting and it made me kind of have a new perspective. But the bottom line is interest rates are a little higher than people would like them to be. They're not high for history. They're not high, but they're higher than people would love them to be. People are holding, there are 4 million, statistically, 4 million buyers sitting on the sidelines doing this, waiting for the market to crash, which is not a good thing if you're a buyer. Just FYI, it's not. That doesn't work in the way you think it does. Or waiting for the rates to drop, which is not a good thing if you're a buyer. The rates dropping does not help you as a buyer. I love you, but it doesn't help you. They're over here waiting. They're waiting. 4 million buyers are waiting nationwide. If the rates hit anything with a 5 in front of it, even if it's 5.999999, watch out, clench your pearls, hold on to your wig. That newly elevated inventory, which is not that much more than what everybody's claiming, I'm in this every day, I promise you, is going to dry right up. So inventory is a little higher because a lot of sellers are in a position now to where they're like just testing to see. They're listing the house. They're tired of waiting, all the things. Inventory, because of that, and in contribution to that, the rates being a little bit higher are making people kind of wait and see. But if you are considering buying, and this is not a sales pitch, this is just me being real with you right now. If you're considering buying a home, right now is the most juicy, crunchy, delicious watermelon kind of whatever you have ever taken a bite of as far as opportunity. It's not because it's a buyer's market and you can like make the seller do everything you want. There's just such a beautiful chance for you to sleep on it. Take your time looking. Find the right house, the good house, the best house, not just a house. We have been through a good 5-6 years of buyers having to just hurry up and make a decision and not being able to even sleep on it because there's been such high demand. So we are in an equalizing market. We are in a moment where everyone's going, whew, where have we been? What's going on? Including me. I don't even think I've had a day off. Even with my travel, I don't think I've had a day off since COVID, before COVID. So yes, we have higher inventory, but it's not for any reason other than just it's an equalizing market. Houses have now are right now listing houses are a little bit above what they should be. People are starting to get a little bit more real, but I'm letting you know, if you're thinking about buying in Vegas, oh my God, please do not wait. You know how like people say, I should have bought Yahoo stock, blah, when, or oh, like Apple, if I would have only bought that day. This is that time in Las Vegas history, housing history specifically. You can date that rate, date it all day until you find a better date, but marry the house. So find the house that you love, marry it, and date that rate until you don't need to date it anymore. We have lenders who are doing free refinance packages to where you can buy a house now and refinance it for free later when the rates do drop. And when you're doing that, everybody and their mom is going to be chasing their tail trying to figure out how they can get the house that they're going to maybe settle for because they don't have any other choice. So that's kind of my take on that. I hope that makes sense. But the housing inventory is just a little bit higher because rates are not where they need to be, where people want them to be. We got high on sugar during COVID. That free money rate, that 2.3, 2.9, 1.5, 3 anything with anything below a 5 or even a 5 or below, got people like, we got cavities right now from it. It's a sugar high. We're all like trying to come down from the sugar high. And the reality is rates are not higher than they should be. They're kind of normalizing if you look at historical data. So if you see rates dip below 6 with a 5 in front of them, I wish you would have called me. But you don't have to wish or dream or want. There's a link in the description. Make a conversation happen. Build a conversation and a rapport with me. Let's talk. I don't care if you're not even sure if you're moving to Vegas. I still want to say hi, because who doesn't want to hang out with a cool girl like me in Las Vegas when they visit, right? Anyway, okay, that's it. I'm getting all riled up. Let's see. You have a past life to be, you have a lot of past life to be so young, Raida. Yeah, you know, it's crazy. I've had a crazy, crazy life for sure. Samuel says Vegas's problems are due to what's coming down the federal level. Yep, Vegas is, has to adjust just like the rest of the company. Love that take. The Adventures of Mason. Love your hair, by the way. Thanks, Mason. It's getting longer, but you know what's weird is it just started curling on me. I've had straight, poker straight hair my whole life, and now I got a curl. Is this the beginning of old age, guys? Does this mean like I have to start like doing wrinkle creams? Ugh. Thank you for saying that though. Let's see. Samuel, I'm so sorry for your loss. Sending my condolences and love and prayers your way. Thank you, Samuel. Yes, we miss my dad. I miss my dad. If you guys watch my Vegas update videos, I'm now dedicating I have now already, and I will be dedicating my Vegas events, what's happening in Vegas this month videos to my late father. My dad is the reason that Las Vegas is so vibrant and so important to me. My dad is and was the epitome of what Las Vegas stood for. My dad was an entertainer. My mom and dad were both entertainers. I'm grateful to still have my mother, but my dad was just it. So at the end of every video, I do a little shout out to my dad. And one of the things that he used to say at the end of every performance, he used to sing the song, "You ought to be having fun, wow." And then he used to say, "Bicycle." So now I'm going to be doing that for him in honor of him. And I know that sounds silly, but that's a very personal thing for me. And he was so proud of what I've done. He was so proud of what I've done with just preaching Vegas to the world, evangelizing Vegas, if you will, since I was 9 years old. And I'm so grateful that he had the chance to see me do it. Okay, I'm going to get upset. Okay, we're going to move on. Thank you for that, though. Vital Vegas is still here. Oh, my God, Scott, hello. Scott, come on by. You know where I live. Let's go. Come on over. Come and have a glass of wine with me. Let's say hi to everybody. He says, yep, I could agree. I couldn't keep going up forever. Summers are always slow in Vegas, and it's been exacerbated by economic uncertainty and Canadians being pissed at America. Casinos are doing just fine. Vital Vegas. I don't give a shit who else said what. If Vital Vegas says it, it is gospel, my friends, and that is the damn truth. Thank you, Scott, for saying that. Oh, my God. Hold on. I'm like having a moment. Scott, come over. Let's have a glass of wine. Come over, come over, come over. I would love for you to do this. By the way, this month, because I am going live every Monday through Friday on my channel and on Instagram and YouTube and Facebook and all the places, but mainly here, stay tuned, because I'm pretty sure Scott said yes to me interviewing him and talking a little bit more about who the hell Scott Robin of Vital Vegas actually is. Scott, love you so much. Thank you. T-Mac, what type of performers were your parents? Musicians, singers, dancers, etc. All of the above. So my mom and my dad had a show band called The Fun Company. You ought to be having fun. The Fun Company, and they had a dance studio in Kansas City. My mom was a chiefette back in the day. Thank you very much. My daughter was almost a Raiderette, so that would have been a weird family rivalry. But my mom was a chiefette. She was a dancer. She did her whole thing. My dad toured with Bob Hope. And on a USO tour, and performed with Sonny and Cher, and did all kinds of just really freaking awesome things. We have a lot of music, dance, and theater in my life. But my parents had a traveling show band called The Fun Company, Bob McCarty's Fun Company. Oh, I can't keep talking about my dad. I'm going to start crying. And so my dad was the lead singer. He was kind of like Danny Gans. If you guys knew who Danny Gans was back in the day, Danny Gans was like a man of 1,000 voices. My dad was a man of 1,002 voices. And loved Danny Gans, God rest his soul, but my dad had him licked. He was insane. He was amazing. He did impressions and impersonations. They did a lounge act. They sang every song known to man. And my mom was a backup singer and dancer, and dazzled the audience. My dad did a pretty good job of doing that as well, but thanks for asking. Okay, no more about my dad. I'm going to start crying. Ugh. Raida says, I'm going to be in Vegas at the end of the month for a party at the end of October. Raida, please set up a call with me. Let's talk if we haven't already done so. I would love to chat with you and say hi while you're in town, possibly. Let's say what's up. I'm out of town in a large portion of October. Actually, I've got 2 trips coming up, but if I'm here while you're here, let's talk. Let's have a cocktail. I would love to say hey. Gallagher, oh, what a cutie. Thank you. Baxter's such a sweet baby. I'm getting behind here. Okay. Brave Bull. Lacey's dog has the best seat in the house. That's right. Where'd he go? Baxter, come here. Oops, I just bumped the camera. Come here. Come on. He's like, no, let's go to bed. Come here. He's the most obstinate dog ever. If I say come here, he won't come here. If I come here, can you come here? Come here. Come on. Sometimes he gets really grouchy. But anyway, sometimes he won't listen at all. And sometimes he is the most cuddly guy ever. Hi, my love. I know you're tired. He gives me these weary eyes where he's like, are we going to bed? If I have a sleepless night, this guy is up with me the whole night. He's a ride or die. Am I right, buddy? Yes, you are. He's a rescue puppy but he's a rescue dog from Las Vegas. I've lost all my other rescue babies. He's the last one left. And he has only so much time for this. He is not very cuddly. He's like me. He's like, all right, enough. Arr, hi. Oh, he's giving me the, are we going to bed? Okay, we're going to keep moving down here. I'm going to answer a few more questions. You guys are awesome. Oh my God, I'm having so much fun. I'm going to do more late night lives with Laci. Huh? What do you guys think? Give me like a peace sign or like a heart or something in the chat so that I know that this is something you guys want. I did plan on, look at this guy. Hi. Don't side-eye me, fool. Look at him. Oh my God, he's yawning. This fool. Anyway, I was hoping I would be walking around somewhere downtown or whatever. So moving forward, I'm going to do some of these here. I'm going to do some of these out and about. But I'm just so grateful that you're here with me. And this is so fun. So I'll keep answering questions for a little while. Let's see. What made you move from the gaming industry to the real estate market? Raida, great question. So I was in the gaming industry for most of my career, Station Casinos, IGT, Ainsworth Game Technology, Walker Digital Gaming. And then I finished my corporate career, if you will, working with Cirque du Soleil. I was director of marketing for Cirque du Soleil for the resident shows division. And then I worked for the Jabberwockies for a very short time. On purpose, a very short time. It was not a great experience. With that being said, I just kind of had realized in Las Vegas, especially at that time in my career, that I had kind of hit the ceiling. Vegas at the time was not really a place for A-level talent and A-level opportunities. It was gaming industry, entertainment industry, really highly focused. And for someone like me who grew up here, who did not have a college degree, who really just busted my butt and worked my way up, it was kind of like, I was a VP of marketing. I had done all the things. And the one thing that was true through my entire life since I was literally 9 years old was that I was not only always available and always pushing for being the go-to person for my friends, family, anybody that was maybe coming into town that might want to learn more about living here, that I was like touring people around on the weekends and showing them where to live, where not to live, doing all the real estate job with no real estate paycheck. And so long story short, I hit a point where I left the corporate world and I had a marketing agency. I had a podcast production company way before podcasting was even cool, and worked with some major UNLV. I produced their podcast, and Lawrence Weekly was a city official at the time. Hillary Clinton even called at one point, and we were having a meeting discussing possibly producing her podcast at one point. So I was doing a lot of really cool stuff on the consulting front, but the one thing that just made my heart beat so strong was talking about Vegas and helping people really, really maybe consider moving here. And so that's what I leaned into. And so I realized okay, I guess I got to figure this out. I started making content, and then I'm going to fix this because started making content, and then the content really surprisingly kind of got popular and exciting on Instagram. And then I had already helped other YouTubers, especially Las Vegas focused YouTubers, create, their channels and grow in that way. But I just had never been brave enough to do it in front of the camera. I don't know why. I'm a performer. I've done this my whole life. But anyway, it just felt too easy. You know, like when you love something so much, they say when you love something, it doesn't feel like work. I hate to admit it. I've made it work. I've done it the hard way, trust me, but it's it often doesn't feel like work. I really, really, really love this city and love what I'm doing. So thank you. What may let's see, Christopher Battle. Hey, Vital Vegas is still here. The lights are our work in progress. You're a work in progress, my friend, and I love you. Sin City Syndicate, Giada dinner dates every Sundays after football beginning September 7th. Are you available all season? I'm available for one. I'll come and join you for one dinner. Let's do it. Raida, not to pry too much into your personal life, but do you have multiple properties in Vegas? What do you suggest to someone who has multiple properties in Vegas? Would you recommend Airbnb or renting? Such a good question. In fact, I'm going to drink a glass, like a little. I'm going to drink the whole glass. Hold on. I absolutely have investment properties in Las Vegas, and I've had more and less, and it's a shrink and grow experience based on the investment, focus and the goals. Airbnb is a really difficult thing to do here in Las Vegas, especially if you're trying to do the extremely short-term experience, like 1 or 2 nights at a time, and to compete with the hotels. If you're not interested in competing with hotels, but you still want to have an investment property that allows you to rent your property out, I recommend doing 30+ day rentals. There's a large need for that. There's a very big need for people to temporarily stay 1, 2, 3, 4 months at a time without wanting to do a full-blown lease for a year, who are either waiting for the home to be built, getting here just to get to know the lay of the land and then determine where they want to live. That's like 80% of my clients. Or people who are travel nurses or doctors doing their residencies or things of that nature. So people who don't want to sign a year lease, don't want to do an overpriced 6-month furnished rental that's in some weird area of town, and who want to live entrenched in the neighborhoods that we have here in Vegas, an Airbnb would be great, but do not count on doing a regular Airbnb that competes with hotels. Not a good idea, not licensable, if you will. I don't even know if that's a word, licensable. Scott Robin, are you here? You're the vocab king. Licensable is a word I just made up, I'm assuming. But anyway, the licensing is very difficult. Henderson is a little more approachable when it comes to that. Every city, North Las Vegas, Boulder City, Pahrump, as well as Henderson, all have different rules when it comes to Airbnb. When it comes to renting, long-term rent, listen, when you buy a home, and this costs me money saying this, so I'm telling this from the bottom of my heart. If you are a client who comes to me and says, I own a home, I want to get another one, should I sell this one? I'm going to say hell to the no. Don't sell any property if you don't have to. If you have to, or you want to invest in another property as a part of that strategy to up level where you're living or whatever you're getting into, cool. But please, for the love of everything, understand that real estate is meant to be a long-term investment. And unless you're flipping it into something bigger, better, that's going to return bigger, faster for you, do not ever let go of real estate. Now, I could be your listing agent. That could have been money I could have made. I'm letting you know that and saying that out loud because that's the right thing to say to you. From an investment perspective, it's not a great idea to just sell it, right? You might be able to hang on to it, rent it out, make a healthy, because rent is high AF right now in Las Vegas, make a healthy return on your investment while still getting another whatever that you're looking into. So that's my take on that. I hope that helps. Sin City Syndicate, you can't say no to a Giada's lemon spaghetti. I didn't say no. We're good. Trevor says, best radio station I listen to when I'm in Las Vegas is Cool 102.3, where they play music from the 50s, 60s, 70s, and Motown. Great tip. Thank you. Farkle Stocksboom. Nice name. I'm not in Vegas, but I've been seeing homes 20% below list in my area. Yeah, what's interesting is right now we're seeing a really cool leveling. We're not, believe it or not, guys, the prices in Vegas, even though Zillow and Realtor.com want to show you that there's price reductions all the time, that's marketing, my friends. Understand what marketing is versus reality. There's either a couple of things happening. If you're seeing homes in Las Vegas that are being reduced drastically when it comes to listing price, it's because either the realtor didn't educate their client, the client wasn't really listing to sell, they were testing the market, or they listed it too high because they just didn't know any better. And the reality is the market demand is evening out. It's actually demand is not evening out. It's the inventory and available options are increasing, which makes you have to be smart when you're listing and selling a property. We currently have more listings right now with my team than I think I might have ever had at any given time. And it's not, to me, That's like 5 or 6. Like I don't do a lot of listings. I do 99.9% relocation buyer clientele, but it's really cool to be able to talk to each and every client and understand their motivations. And not once, not at all in the last 2-3 months, when I've had probably 10 or 12 listings over the last 2 or 3 months, not once have they said, the market's crashing, I got to get out, I'm fleeing Las Vegas, I have to leave here, like the news wants to tell you. What's happening is they're just ready. They're done waiting. Whatever it is, it's an individual. They got relocated. They're moving for a job. They're retiring. They're doing whatever. The fact that life is shifting, as it always does for people, and it somehow shifts in waves that showcase themselves in numbers like listings, is a real thing right now, guys. So at the end of the day, like, it's very individual. And we're not seeing a big 20% decrease in value. In fact, the price of homes, median home price year over year, I think the difference is like $10,000 difference. There's not really a big swing. We'll see what the new numbers look like. We're about to receive those new numbers, I think tomorrow or the next day. So once I get those new numbers, I'll be going live. Because I don't know if I mentioned this, but I'm going live Monday through Friday, every Monday through Friday in the month of August. So if you want to join me, there's going to be late night vibes with Laci right now, or there's going to be some really structured, very real estate focused conversations, or just moving to Vegas conversations happening on my channel. So if you're not subscribed, for the love of Christ, do me the favor. I mean, I'm showing up tonight in a bodysuit that's chafing me so bad that I'm probably going to bleed out here in a minute. Like, I'm certain I got to go to the emergency room. But if you're here, please make sure you subscribe. And if you are interested in moving to Vegas or just thinking about it, even if it's like 10 years from now and you're not sure, I would love to be a part of that conversation. There's never any pressure. There's a description for this video. Click the link in the description. Let's talk, my friends. I would love to be a part of that conversation. Lionel says, live? Really? Wow. Hello, yes. Let's see. Sean Lyon says, I plan on contacting you to purchase a townhome or condo. I would love that. Can't wait to move back to Vegas. Sean, let's talk sooner rather than later. Looking warm tonight. Hey, I keep eyeballing those Soho Lofts. Strip view spots are open. Lionel, I lived at Soho Lofts for a little while. Coolest freaking experience I've ever had living in Las Vegas. I have moved at least 40 times, 40. I think it might be more, 40 since I was 9 years old. And I always tell people, while that was awesome for my childhood, not very stable, it made me a great realtor, made me awesome at what I do, and made me know personally what it's like to live in every area of town. However, until 2021, I had never lived downtown. I always wanted to, and I will again. And while I lived in Soho Lofts, it was amazing. The only thing about Soho Lofts compared to other high rises in Vegas is that it was cool, and the area around there is really building up. But oh my God, I'm going to tell you right now, the amenities were not great. The pool kind of sucked. I'm going to be very real. It was a little bit of an older building. Amazing. The best views ever, though. Like, oh my God, the 4th of July fireworks, and like, oh my God, just stumbling down and back up on Sunday fun day. Like, I got in so much damn trouble living downtown. It was the best kind of trouble ever. I would go for a Newport Lofts, Jewel, maybe if you can get a high floor because it's only 9 floors, or one of the new places over in the Symphony Park over by Smith Center. You know how you can learn more about what those options might be? You can click the link in the description and you can set up a phone call with me and we can talk about it. So thank you. Casey says, thank you for taking the time to talk to us. I just moved here due to work for casino production. Oh, nice. And I'm temporary housing. Is there any way you can help me find a 1-bedroom apartment? God bless you. Casey, thank you for staying tuned and listening to my long-winded answers. Please click the link in the description. I'm happy to guide you. We as realtors do not help with apartments. They don't need our help. I'll be very real with you guys. It's very different here. However, I will help you. I will guide you. I'm always happy to take the phone call. I really do want to give you the guidance that you need as far as area. And I've got some good connections with some apartments, but I'm just going to give you the truth. So yes, set up a call. Trevor, since you mentioned the beach for vacation, do you like to drive to San Diego and relax? Yes. So Las Vegas locals are really big about like quick road trips or quick flights. Like, I don't know, as I've gotten older, the 4-hour drive is no longer very appealing, but I'll do that quick 1-hour flight to LA or to 1.5 to San Diego. So yeah, actually San Diego, Palm Springs, Anaheim, LA, and honestly wine country, it's my new place, are places that we like to go. In Vegas, when I was growing up, it was no big deal and literally still no big deal to drive 4 hours, 4.5 hours to pop over to LA for the weekend. In fact, the traffic patterns will show you most people from LA are coming here and a lot of us are going there. So yeah, that's something we do a lot. I have a friend who is a DJ in San Diego, so we go down there quite often to say hey. Okay, let's see. Raida, you should have a roundtable live with Scott and Jacob. I know, right? Well, Scott's are for sure. Jacob's a little shy sometimes. He and I have done a lot of live streams over the years and a lot of videos, but he's doing his own thing right now. He's awesome. If you guys watch Jacob's channel, make sure you tell him you love me, because I love to like rub it in that like I'm an awesome person. I'm just kidding. No, Jacob and I are really good friends. He and I have just spent oodles and oodles of hours of times together over the last several years, and I'm just so proud of him and what he's built. And just tell him Las Vegas Gal said hi. I just like to just nudge him a little bit. But yeah, I would love to do a roundtable. Scott and I will be doing a live stream. He did say yes, so I'm going to continue to hold him to that and do it live right now while he's watching to make sure he remembers that he said yes. We're going to do a little bit of a little back and forth. Scott's probably one of my favorite people to sit down with and just have random conversations, and then add Vegas to the mix, and it just gets that much sexier. So I love him, and if you guys are a fan of him, he's really the real deal. He says, I'm a great guest. I'm fascinating, per my mom and per Laci. You're fascinating. I've known you, Scott, Vital Vegas. I've known you, Scott Robin. I think I think I was actually, I say 19, but I think I was like 27 years old. It's been a long ass time. Okay. I know y'all think I'm 27. Thank you very much, but I'm not. And I just love that we've known each other for so long. I knew this man before he was famous. So let's go into that kind of conversation live on the internet. Mr. Right or Wrong. I keep hearing my fellow coworkers talk about homes crashing. I live in McDonald Ranch area and I doubt it will, but what are your thoughts? Dude, great question. Your McDonald Ranch, of all places in Las Vegas, are just fine. Just fine. Las Vegas housing is not crashing. Las Vegas housing, why did I say it like that? I'm like, what am I speaking? Las Vegas housing, I'm speaking like 5 languages, is not crashing. We are just in an equalizing moment. Now, ask me in 3 months. I'm always going to be very real with you. If I feel like a crash is coming, you're going to know about it. I'm going to be the first one to tell you, because that's an opportunity for those who have the money to make that an opportunity, right? So there's always a good time to buy when it's a good time to buy for you. And I once got in trouble with a friend of mine, I will not name names, who's a very literal thinker and who's someone who there's no context in the way that this person thinks. And I love them for so many reasons, but this is one thing that I just go bonkers over. When I say it's always a good time to buy, they take me literally thinking that I'm telling everybody I'm going to push you to buy at any given time. No, it is always a good time to buy when it's a good time to buy for you. There's always a deal to be had. Always a deal to be had. Even in the markets where you're competing against 19,000 people and there's 47 offers, you can still cut the deal that we need to have cut to get you the house. And I will tell you, the negotiation component of doing this job is one of the things that me and my team and my collaborators and partners are the best at. And so I'm super confident in telling you, you're going to be just fine living in McDonald Ranch, which isn't far from me, actually. Hello. I'm going to wave hello to you. McDonald Ranch is an amazing zip code, but you don't have to live in McDonald Ranch to be okay with your investment right now. Real estate is a long-term investment. I cannot scream that loud enough from the peaks of the mountains, of the tops of the casinos. Like, I often remind myself that there's a movie called The Hangover where the guy at the end of the movie, sorry to ruin it for you, I think it's been long enough, we're okay. At the end of the movie's found at the top of Caesar's Palace, with a mattress and sunburnt. That's me screaming from the top of Caesar's Palace, long-term investment. Long-term investment. Hang on to your long-term investment. Great question. Pollock says, I saw Danny Gans in 2008. Amazing. Raida says, I'm smiling every time you talk about your dad. Oh, thank you. Vital Vegas says, hey, Baxter. Everybody's saying sorry for my loss. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome for tuning in. Robert says, hey, Laci, coming to Vegas for the first week of September for 1 week, staying at 4 different properties. I'd like live streams from home or on location. Thank you, Robert, for that. I really appreciate you giving me that insight. I am going to be doing some live streams on location. I'll do a few more of these late night with Laci because, I don't know, this has been kind of fun and I'm getting really good engagement. This is super, super fun for me. So if you are interested in tuning in, make sure you subscribe. But yes, congratulations. Hit me up, Robert. I don't know what your goal is for staying at different properties, but if you're trying to just enjoy yourself in Vegas, let me know. I'll give you some insight on where you can go do that off the strip. But otherwise, if you're thinking about moving here or investing, I'd love to chat. Otherwise, yeah, I'm just super excited. So we're going to be doing late night lives as long as I can speak. I've not even had enough wine to like be stumbling over my words right now. Blah, blah. Anyway, so we'll do late night lives. I'll probably do some more on-site like neighborhood walking experiences like I did yesterday. I just need to make sure I bring my water with me next time because I got a little dehydrated. I might do some stuff downtown. Listen, I got a lot in store for you. It is day 4 of August, Friday, Monday, Tuesday. Today's Wednesday. It is day 4 of 20 days of me doing this. So wish me luck. Anyway, any more requests, let me know, guys. Thank you so much. Evil Evie says, I heard you talk about dancers before. What's your favorite dancer in today's music, girl and a guy? Oh, to dancer. I'm real picky about dancers. I'm gonna have to come back to that question. I am a choreography nerd. Cost and Mayer are is a married couple that they're a married couple that are on TikTok, and I love watching them. They have a kind of a unique style, a very kind of flowy, Fosse style, and that's a guy and a girl. So I'm gonna go with Cost and Mayer on TikTok if you want to check them out. Cost N, like the letter N apostrophe Mayer. They're adorable. They're married. It makes me just fall in love with them. Nappy Tabs was one of my absolute favorite choreographer married. Why do I keep going for married couple choreographers? Ew, this is like making me feel like I'm yearning for something I definitely don't really want to yearn for. I don't know. Anyway, Cost and Mayer, I would say, are my favorites. Evil Evie says, I probably Shakira and Chris Brown. Chris Brown's an amazing dancer. Definitely an amazing dancer. Usher is like old school faux show. Shakira, I mean, listen, those hips don't lie. Here's who I'm not excited about. Still trying. Listen, I love her. God bless her. Can J-Lo just like, I love you, J-Lo, but like, can we just like back that ass up and like let someone else come in? Because like we're moving a little slower these days. I'm totally dogging on J-Lo. She's probably like my same, no, what is she, 50? We're about the same age maybe, or close to being that. I'm not 50 yet, but, and she can still move, but like Shakira can outdance that girl in 13.2 seconds, milliseconds. Okay. Samuel says, you chose the right move to move to real estate because Vegas is always growing. As for the entertainment industry, always fluctuates. Thank you so much. Jaybird Vegas, hey dude, good to see you. Says, I love my hometown, no complaints. Sue J, you are amazing, even better in person. Can't wait to catch up in person again. Sue came in town, and I know you guys think I'm crazy and I don't really meet up with you, but Sue came in town. We met in person. We met at the pool, my friends, so much so that she still has my sunglasses. I left my sunglasses behind, and I'm going to wait for her to come back and return them to me in person. They are my favorite sunglasses, so I'm hoping to get them back soon. Gallagher said, that's so cool. You really have done so much. When did you get in real estate? I got into real estate, so I technically got my license end of 17, took my licensing tests early 2017. But to be honest with you, I've been kind of doing the real estate game since I was about 22. So that's several years prior. But officially, I'm going on 9 years, something like that. I'm coming up on some really 8.5 years. I think I'm close to 9 years. I don't know, but I'm coming up on some like milestones that I'm just like, man, blink, that went really fast. I've never been happier. Let's see here. What do I love most about living in Vegas? Oh, there's so much. What I love about Las Vegas is this city is the kind of city where, and she is a she falls down and scrapes her knees. The world underestimates her. Everyone thinks, oh, that was a blip. That was a flash in the pan. And then boom, she scraped off those knees, healed up those scars real quick, and just boom, came out shining even stronger and brighter. This city does not take any shit from anyone. And you can report me, whatever you need to do. I don't give a shit. This city doesn't take it from anybody. And I love that about this city. And I think that that's why it's such a big part of my identity. I love that you can pretty much do anything you want to do in the city as long as you can turn the key and trust that the city will deliver. You just have to do your part. And also realize that you cannot come here expecting anything other than different. You cannot come here expecting neighbors to be and smell and act and be and act like nothing. Neighbors, music, experiences, food, entertainment, traffic, weather, nothing will be the same here. So if you come here expecting anything except for different, do not come here. That's my take. Dick says hi. Natasha says hi. If you could go on one TV game show, what would it be? Jeopardy, Wheel of Fortune, or any other TV game show? Press Your Luck was my favorite game show growing up. I'm a game show nerd. Thank you for asking, Trevor. Game show nerd. Press Your Luck was my absolute freaking favorite. No whammies, no whammies, no whammies, boom! And then the guy is like, meet, meet, meet. I loved it. And who doesn't want to go, if Bob Barker was still around, who doesn't want to go on Price is Right? I would definitely do that. You were my first follow for Vegas stuff when I showed interest in wanting to move here, like in 2012. Damn, that's awesome, Samuel. Oh my God. See, I'm a real one. I've been around for a minute. All these new content creators who I love, actually, who I'm super proud of and super excited about, they don't know. They don't know the real one. I'm the real one. I love that. Thank you, Samuel. I'm super excited about that. Mr. Right or Wrong says, being from California and living in Henderson 3 years now, I must admit, people here are very quiet and stick to themselves. Definitely something you have to be get used to. Yes. So like I said, you cannot expect your neighbors to be anything other than different. You have to work for it. So when it comes to like finding a community in Vegas, you got to do the work. Meetup groups, there's a billion of them and they keep, multiplying. Like they're like rabbits. It's crazy. They're everywhere. Meetup groups, local casinos, restaurants are amazing, small business experiences, food festivals, small, like the farmers markets, makers markets. Go and do it all. FOMO is a real thing in Vegas. And if you like lean into not actually like doing more than just the strip or the casinos here, then you're not doing it right, period. And so when you do that, you can start to meet people and connect with people. But what you need to expect in Vegas is we are still getting out of the vibe of what do they call it? Transient, right? We're getting out of the transient vibe. It's getting sticky in Vegas, not because it's humid, although lately I've been like, what is Mother Nature? Like, she drunk again? God dang. But it's gotten a little weird with weather, but it's getting sticky, meaning people are choosing to stay. This is no longer like a city that's just like boom, bounce and like, well, that was fun for a minute. So just know that as we become more sticky and people start to stay, it's going to take a minute for that to marinate and become a thing. But in the meantime, do not expect your neighbor to be available or happy that you're knocking on their door at noon to get sugared for the freaking pie you're making for dinner, because they probably just worked a 12-hour shift and they're in the middle of their sleep for the graveyard, right? So just keep that in mind. Get to know your neighbors, but you have to work for it. So church groups, meetup groups, farmers markets, make friends, and just expect that people are going to be a little flighty because they're still figuring out if this place is a place that they want to stay. But you can do it. You can do it. I believe in you. I believe in you and me. And you can always reach out to me and I'm happy to give you guidance. All right. Raida says, what are your thoughts? Wait, I thought you were married. Oh, no, girl. I'm not married. No. Single on purpose right now. Thank you so much. Vital Vegas said hi. He waved to me. Hello. Hi, Jaybird said hi. Let's see here. Did you answer gift of equity question? I don't know. Big Oos 92. I don't know what question you're asking me. I'm sorry. Christopher Lundy says, other than service industry, who are the big hires? Google has a data center here. Amazon is here. North Las Vegas, even though everybody talks mad smack about North Las Vegas. Have you seen my North Las Vegas part 1 and 2 videos? I didn't think so. You should go watch them. North Las Vegas has got some of the largest companies that you would never know are moving to Las Vegas, moving their entire operations here. Why? Tax benefits, my friends, tax benefits. Moen Faucets, Crocs. Hello, Crocs, crazy Crocs. You know, those weird shoes that everybody wears and walks around with, and then they add little decoration on top. Crocs is here. Lots and lots of other industries are moving here. A lot of industries are realizing what a beautiful tax benefit it can be for them to move their headquarters to Las Vegas. So those are a few, but do some Googling. It's awesome. I love it. Samuel, Vegas is a big city with a small town vibe. Yep. I love it. Let's see. Oh my God. I'm loving this. You guys are so awesome. Should I get a gift of equity for my mom's house in 89030 to fix and rent it out? They owe $180,000 on a $300,000 house. I don't know whether to live in it or rent it out eventually. Oh my God. Do me a favor. I would love to answer that question. That's a very nuanced question. Great. Thank you for trusting me, first of all, to answer that. Do me a favor. Click the link in my description. Set up a call. Let's have a conversation. There's 1,000 ways to look at what you just asked me, but how amazing. How amazing that you have this possible opportunity. Love that. Okay. Vital Vegas, are you still here? Scott? I know that it always looks like I'm flirting with Scott, but Scott has known me since forever and a day, and I love just making him uncomfortable. You are so positive. I've lived next to people for 20 years who I've never met. Well, that's because, Scott, you do life differently. Let's just be real. I love that about you. Scott Robin, I can't believe you're tuning in still. This is like making me kind of blush a little bit. I'm not going to lie. Everybody thinks that or not Jay, everybody thinks that Jacob Orth and Jacob's Life in Vegas are like dating. I don't know why people think that. We are not dating. We have never dated. We are just friends. Why is nobody ever saying that you and I are dating, Scott? You know why? Because we never go out together. We're never seen in public together. And this is very upsetting. So I'm going to change that this month. Scott Robin will be appearing on the Las Vegas Gal channel for a live Q&A where we ask Scott, Vital Vegas, the man of all things, all knowledge, all insight about Las Vegas, is going to be on my channel. And I feel super honored that you're even here right now. It's just making me blush. Seriously, love you so much, my friend. Love you so much. Oh, this has been super fun. 75 minutes, 74 minutes I've been going. Oh my God, if only we knew how I came up with all the words that are coming out of my mouth. Samuel says, I've lived in Southern California for 35 years and I know more about Vegas than cities like Los Angeles. That means you belong here. You belong to Las Vegas, so set up a phone call. Let's talk. I would love to give you advice. I mean it, guys. Like, it seems silly, but I genuinely spend more time talking to people who aren't sure if they're moving here than if they are. I probably should shift my business model, but I can't. I love it so much. I love talking to you guys. Raida says, I'm going to start the rumor that you and Scott are dating now. Please do. Please do. Let's freaking go. And then Samuel Michelle says, Jacob and Laci fan fiction going strong. Still, I see. I don't know why. I don't know what it is. Scott, like, I hang out more with Scott than I do Jacob. I don't know. They're both my sweet friends. I love them both so much. I'm so honored to just have known both of them for so long. Let's see. Jaybird says, I've never met him, but that guy is somebody I would like to meet someday. I started following him on Twitter back in 2016, and he's still is he still the same guy? He's still the same guy, hasn't changed. He's still the same guy, hasn't changed. Yeah, maybe a little. Scott is the ever-present snark, but always can back it up, not only with wit, facts and receipts, except for when he says I don't call him enough and we don't hang out enough. Those are the only things that are a little wonky in his receipt world. But other than that, yeah, Jaybird, Scott Robin is the real deal. And he's the OG. And if anybody's going to do it right when it comes to giving the news about what's really happening in Vegas, it's going to be Scott. If anybody's going to do it right by giving you the news about what's happening about moving to Vegas and like the stuff around the strip, it's going to be me. So, I mean, oh my God, if you're tuning into both of us, you're halfway there, my friend. Oh, this has been so fun. Okay, I'm definitely going to wrap it up. It is almost midnight, 11:35, and I'm super excited about the fact that I didn't go through a full glass of wine. Almost there. Should I finish it? We'll go until I go through the end of this, but I am going to wrap it up soon. Samuel Michelle, if you could start that rumor about me and Scott Robin, I think this could be fun for a wild ride for he and I. Thank you all. Thank you, Scott, for tuning in. It's very kind of you to give me your attention this evening. I hope you're winning big at the casino or enjoying yourself at home. I don't know what you're up to, but can't wait to see you soon. Thank you all to everybody who tuned in. This means a lot to me. I am just kind of throwing some spaghetti against the wall to see if it sticks. And I'm just really trying to be more present and loud. The louder I hear the negativity about Vegas in the news and just the bullshit rumors and the things that are out there that just don't have any context, the louder I feel like I need to be. So here I am being loud with a bodysuit that's, I'm not kidding, about to slice me in half. Like, oh my God. Oh, I got to get out of this thing. So I'm going to wrap it up. Baxter, where'd you go? You want to say goodbye? Come on. Up. Come on. No, he's like, no, girl, we going to bed. Baxter, come here. Come on. Up. Come here. No, he doesn't want to do it. Let's see. Come here. Oh, hi, buddy. Hi. Come on. Up. Hi. You want to go to bed? Are we ready to go to bed? Mama, I love you. He's ready to go to bed. This is his way of saying it's time. Come on, up. Come on, up. No, you're not doing it. Come here. No, he's so stubborn. Watch, he's going to find his way. No, he's standing here looking at me like this. Right? Okay, it's time. When my dog gives me the look like, it's time to go. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you again for Scott, for Vital Vegas, Scott Robin, for being here. I'm so grateful for all the eyeballs and all of the beautiful support and just interaction. I'm going to do it again. Tomorrow's a new day. It's going to be in the evening, I'm pretty sure. I'm going to be going live with Amber Coleman, where we're talking about loan stuff, my friends. Loans, the most boring topic on the planet, but we somehow make it fine AF and also pretty interesting. So tune in tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Friday is still up in the air. Maybe I can get Mr. Scott Robin to go live with me. We'll have to see. Maybe I'll have to maybe I'll have to, I don't know what the word is. I got to finish this wine. Maybe I'll have to give him wine to make him do it. What's what's the word I'm looking for? Help me out here. I'm finishing that wine. Baxter's giving me the evil eye. Where did he go? He's on the ground like this. You guys have to see. Hi, buddy. Hi. Yeah, he wants me to rub his belly. Okay, we're done. We're going to wrap it up. It was so good seeing everybody tonight. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. This is so fun. See you soon.